It's actually
It's 9/16.
9/16. So there you go, Smarty Pants.
I'm Lynn from L&J Goods. Don't mind what's going on behind me because we're busy doing some spring cleaning, reorganizing, and rearranging the shop.
Sound effects.
Go ahead. We've got our spring retreat coming up, so we're doing lots of rearranging. The whole studio has changed because we're going to be having our L&J Goods camp right here. JR's been constructing and deconstructing. Oh, and speaking of constructing, in this video, I'm going to be sharing how I made my way over to his workshop to learn how to use some power tools. And I'm actually quite proud of myself.
You should be.
Why, thank you, dear. I like this tool. These are the swiveled pieces that I created. I love them. Thanks to my friend Cheryl Gilding for the inspiration. Measuring, pilot hole, drill press, all to make this little swiveled base for these Roycycled papers. I still don't know if building things with wood is going to be my thing, but I really wanted to give it a try. I've been dying to do something new and different. This is called Roycycled Scrappy Masterboard. I'm going to try to get a little bird decor collection out of this entire sheet. I've selected this section of the paper that has a bird on it, and I'm decoupaging it onto that wood piece that you saw me making in the workshop. I've base coated it white because we need to put white under the decoupage papers to really make sure that the colors pop. I lay down a coat of PENTART's decoupage varnishing glue, and I mist the Roycycled tissue paper. Lay that down into the decoupage medium, flatten it out, and then apply another coat of decoupage medium right over the decoupage paper. This is a decoupage sandwich. After the decoupage is dried, you can sand the edges for a clean finish. I've really been loving using milk paint again. This is Homestead House Milk Paint Stockholm Green. Mix according to the package directions. I tend to use a little less water than the package instructs, which is usually a 1-to-1 ratio. I start out with less water and then add more as needed so that I get the consistency that I want for my project. Allow the milk paint to dry completely, then lightly sand it with a worn sandpaper or a worn 220 sandpaper, and that will polish it right up and reveal some of that beautiful milk paint texture. Then I just wipe away the excess milk paint dust from my project. This is project number 2. It's a metal tray with a wood bottom. I've already removed the wood bottom and base coated it with a coat of white paint. Now it's ready to decoupage, so I have positioned the paper so that I can get the maximum number of projects out of this 20 by 30 paper. So I'm going to just follow my steps for the best decoupage method. Apply the decoupage medium, adhere the paper into place after you've misted it, and then apply another coat of decoupage medium so that all of the layers, decoupage medium, paper, and decoupage medium, all dry together as one unit. That way it reduces wrinkles and bubbles. Once the decoupage paper has dried, I'll sand off the excess along the edges for a nice clean finish. And then I pop the tray back into the metal ring and screw that into place. I really love how this turned out and how you can see some of the texture of that barnwood for a very rustic and refined wood tray. The next 3 projects are pretty simple. I grabbed 3 little gold frames. We cut MDF to fit the back of the frames. I painted them white and decoupaged 3 different bird images from the Roycycled paper.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment.
I graduated to being able to use the router, and I loved it. I found this piece of wood in the workshop, and I routed the edges. You can see that I have already put a bin shellac-based primer on this old piece of wood because I tested it and there was bleed through.
I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever. Forever.
For this project, I'm going to create a key holder, and I'm using Roycycled's new End Papers decoupage paper. I'm also going to use a scrolled cutout piece that I found when I was thrifting one day. It's made of MDF, but I thought it would be a great layer over the decoupaged board. So here I'm just deciding how I want to lay out this End Papers paper and decided that I didn't want this dark black area. I wanted to make both ends a little more cohesive. So I'm cutting out that section and then I'm going to replace it with another section that has more of the tan and the yellow that are on the right-hand side. I can't wait to see what you think of all of the projects that I've done for this video. I'd love to know which one is your favorite. And while you're here, would you mind leaving a comment to tell me what your favorite project is?
Hi, I'm Lynn from L&J Goods. My passion is not only for creating, but for inspiring and instructing next level techniques for home decor in a vintage style. And we hope that you are inspired to create these projects along with us.
Now let's get that board decoupaged.
I leave what's left of last night behind, and I need to get some peace of mind. And when I need some peace of mind, I know where to find it. It's by the end of the road.
I'm not a big fan of these mass-produced MDF decor pieces, but this one had an interesting shape and it was like $2. So I decided that I would pick it up and find a use for it someday. So that's what I'm doing. I'm removing the hangers from the back and then I'm going to attach it right over top of this decoupage. I used a wood glue and then we also screwed in the MDF from the back side and allowed this to dry completely. Then I went into our hardware drawers, found 4 old white cup hooks, screwed those into place.
Where are a mess? As I walk, and I keep on walking.
Before screwing in screws. Here's a pro tip from a woodworking novice. It's best to drill a pilot hole before you screw in screws.
I walk until my feet are hurting.
I'm about to show you my very last project, which I think is the creme de la creme of my woodworking skills. Yes, I'm making a breadboard. I traced out a pattern using an existing breadboard, and then I used a scroll saw. Well, come to think of it, I need to back up a bit. This was not my best work. The scroll saw took over, and I went in directions that I couldn't control. It's like when you're top stitching and you think you're all that, so you go faster and faster around a curve, only to find that you're stitching over your fingers and then you have to rip everything out anyway. Well, JR gave me a D minus in safety, but seriously, I'm glad that I got through this without cutting off my finger. He did tell me that there was room for improvement, and by the end of the day, I did get a C plus in safety, probably because I didn't cut off my finger. Here I'm using something called a drum sander to correct my mistakes. Then it was back to the drill press to drill a hole in the handle. I did a really nice job with this.
Yes.
Let's do that again. Take two. There.
I did it. I did it. So, no, I haven't finished it because guess what? I'm going to be putting flowers all over it.
No, you're gonna bend over, and I'm.
Oh, no. I used one of my own Cottage.
She used one of these.
On a cutting board that I made myself, and you'll see a mistake that I made and how I fixed it with IOD transfers.
Now let's get to decoupaging this beautiful, gorgeous, handmade cutting board. I decoupaged it with one of my new Cottage paper collections for Decoupage Queen, and I used an A3 size, then tore that into pieces so that I could patch together the top part of the cutting board. After test fitting the entire board, I decoupaged everything in place.
Sun cuts through the corner of my window, playing catch. I wonder, do they get tired? Good company, purring on my lap.
So while I may possess super ninja decoupage skills, I did forget one important thing. I forgot to test for bleed through. So when my beautiful project was all dried, this is what I had: bleed through. That's when the wood tannins pop up through a water-based sealer. What I should have done is tested this wood and then used a bin shellac-based primer.
Worry to be had, sunny side up, the only thing that's filling my brain. For now it's sunny side up.
Remember that after you apply your transfers, they will need to be protected with a water-based sealer.
Be with you in a sec. I just need a day off. Nothing in my plans. I just need a day off. I'll get back. I do my best, but better call somebody else. I simply got too much on my head. Nothing in my plans. I just need a day off.
There you go. All those projects made with stuff that I had laying around and stuff that we built from scrap lumber. In my next video, I'll be sharing how I make over all this stuff that we found when we were out picking on our day off. Thank you so much for joining us here at the workshop at L&J Goods. We are so thankful that you are part of our EJG family, and we look forward to sharing more projects and project ideas and inspiration. Don't